to talk about spiritual impartation for a minute. Just because something is spiritually imparted, such as the fear of the Lord, it doesn't mean there's not a learning process. All right, there's a learning process. There's a word that's being used quite often in the body of Messiah today, and it honestly has me a little concerned. I wouldn't go as far to say it's sin, but I think it can bring some confusion to our thinking. At least it has mine. Again, a lot of times if I address something, it's because I'm confused about it. All right, so if I bring this up, it's because it's confused me. But the word is this. It's the word download. I'm hearing this in the body of Messiah, okay? And again, I don't think people have bad intentions, but to me it kind of gets me off track of how things really work. So you'll hear it in prayers. You'll hear things like, hey, God gave me a download for this. Or hey, pray for God to download that thing to you. And I usually know the person's heart. I get it. But here's the problem with that, is that a download is instant. Okay, a download is an instant thing. To me, honestly, when I think of a download into a human, I think back to the Matrix when Neo was being downloaded with all these. If you've seen the movie, it's a kind of crazy, weird sci-fi movie. But Neo's this guy, and they need him to learn all these different skills, and so they download the skills into him like a computer. And then all of a sudden he knows thousands of different skills, languages, how to fight, and all these different things. And that's not how life works. That's not how life works. I'm a human, not a computer. Okay, I'm a human, not a computer. And once something's downloaded to a computer, it's a complete process, but I'm a living being, and I'm in a learning process always, all right? And you are too. So I'm in a constant state of learning. I'm a son. I'm not a computer. Therefore, I don't need a download. I need guidance. I need practice. I need opportunity to fail and try again, repent and try again, and to grow into something. All right? So I don't want there to be any confusion about, because the fear of the Lord is spiritually imparted, that we're just hoping for a download and then we fear the Lord. It's a journey, okay? And the fear of the Lord is something that we learn. If we go to Deuteronomy 31, 10 through 13. Deuteronomy 31, 10 through 13. I was so happy to read this verse, because sometimes I think I should be further along than I am in my journey. It's because we don't make room for learning. Deuteronomy 31, 10 through 13. It says that Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, at the appointed time in the year of release, at the Feast of Tabernacles, that's Sukkot, which we're gonna celebrate this year in the fall. Okay? Be doing something they've been doing for a long time. When all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God in the place which he chooses, you shall read this law before all Israel in their hearing. Gather the people together, men and women and little ones, and the stranger who is within your gates. Now listen closely, okay? The Bible didn't say that, I said that. That they may hear and that they may learn to fear the Lord your God. That word learn is very important. We're learning. And carefully observe all the words of this law, and that their children who have not known it may hear and learn to fear the Lord your God, as long as you live in the land which you cross the Jordan to possess. The word learn here is the Hebrew word lamed. Lamed. And it means to practice. It means to train, to be trained in, or teach in a way that you are training others. This is not a download. This is training. This is practice. This is learning how to fear the Lord. So what does that look like? What would it look like to learn? Well, you've got to have experience. So let's say today you're hearing this teaching on the fear of the Lord, and you learned something you didn't know about the fear of the Lord, how to implement it into your life. Tomorrow you're faced with a situation, In that situation, you're faced with a conflict. You can either choose that way that you learned represents the fear of the Lord, or you can choose your way or man's way or some other way. Maybe you don't know the decision. Maybe you're not sure which decision would represent the fear of the Lord. So you go and you search for it. You go search for wisdom and knowledge in the Bible, and then you find it. You say, that's it. And then you choose it, and then you do it. And then you've just learned the fear of the Lord.